to prove to Malawians that she can deliver in the fight against corruption. Deogracia Simana has more in this report, read by Blessings Mpinganjira.
Chizuma said she will prioritize cases that can bring back money to the government. Chizuma added that she will have to analyze the structure of the ACB and put right people into their corresponding positions for her to deliver within her tenure of office.
I think my focus want to be the cases that have got evidence and from where we can be able to recover Malawian public funds. That's something that I'm very passionate about, to get back the money through the investigation and the prosecution of these cases.
While working as Malawi's ombudsman, Chizuma investigated cases of maladministration reported from various public institutions, which included Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority, Malawi Broadcasting Corporation, Electricity Supply Corporation of Malawi, and Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority, among others.
Blessings Mpinganjira, ending a report filed by Deogracia Simana. Leader of opposition Kondwani Nankhumwa has described President Lazarus Chakwera's State of the Nation address as failing to link his 5-year plan and the promises he delivered during the campaign period. Nankhumwa says, among others, President Chakwera did not report the progress made so far in creating 1 million jobs, the provision of grants to the EDARE and youth loans through the 70 billion kwacha basket. He was responding to the State of the Nation address that President Lazarus Chakwera delivered last Wednesday. We have the details in this report.
Nankhumwa said the past 10 months have been characterized with the loss of jobs and devastating economic growth. He said theft and corruption has increased, with Chakwera failing to take decisive action on squander of 6.2 billion kwacha COVID-19 funds. Nankhumwa said it is also sad to note that the president is not interested in auditing the other chunk worth 17.5 billion kwacha due to inadequate resources.
They promised 1 million jobs. They promised reduction of fees for passport, free water and electricity connections. All those things. There was a myriad of promises they made. But what we have seen 10 months down the line, they seem to be departing from what they promised the people.
On the economy, Nankhumwa said while COVID-19 has had devastating effects, he doubts whether the government is making efforts to grow the economy despite the pandemic. He also indicated that the rise in fuel prices has defeated the purpose of providing 100,000 kwacha free tax bracket, as it has led to a sharp increase of cost of living. Chakwera is expected to respond to the deliberations on 26 May. Area Chairperson of Public Appointments Committee, Joyce Chitsulo, told Parliament that the committee used evaluative, but Chizuma managed to score 14.9.
President Lazarus Chakwera has called upon university graduates to rise to the challenge and actively contribute to efforts towards achieving the Malawi 2063 agenda. President Chakwera, who has now been installed Chancellor of Malawi University of Science and Technology, MUST, said this during the institution's second graduation in Cholo District. Jamison Chauluga has more in this report.
Chakwera said science, technology, engineering and mathematics graduates from universities like MUST are integral to the country's collective pursuit of a national agenda called Malawi 2063, which he says transcends presidents and administrations. He said science and technology are critical in the realization of inclusively wealthy and self-reliant economy. Chakwera then challenged the graduates to acquire additional skills in entrepreneurship if they are to be successful.
Those of you being educated in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, STEM, are foundational and indispensable to our ability to realize the socio-economic potential of the education your compatriots receive in arts and humanities. For example, there may be a talented and university-educated Malawian painter out there just waiting to create and sell beautiful paintings. But those paintings cannot be created until a STEM graduate first creates the right kind of paint in the lab.
Speaking area, MUST Vice Chancellor Professor Dres Malata urged the graduates to be professional, saying they represent the excellence of the university. In total, 364 students graduated, but only around 40 were physically in the hall.
Meanwhile, former President Joyce Banda has said the country's youth have a critical role to play in searching for solutions to various challenges rocking communities across the country. Banda was speaking in Lilongwe on Tuesday during a graduation ceremony of 14 youths who have completed a year-long fellowship organized by the National Democratic Institute, NDI, with support from the National Endowment Fund. We have the details in this report.
Speaking during the graduation, Banda said through civil society organizations, the youth of the country could help in reducing the challenges faced by communities. She said the state, although having good intentions, cannot manage to satisfy this important role, noting that the state has various limitations.
My message to them, stay the course, stay your lane, don't scatter, don't run around, continue with your mission, but I'm also talking to the international community to continue assisting the civil society, because it's a movement of those that work with government but also with ordinary people.
National Democratic Institute Resident Country Director Rishi Data said the graduates have been equipped with the necessary skills that young civil society leaders require to manage and implement projects.
The 13 youth fellows went through an 8-module training program that focused on not only helping themselves as individuals, but helping the organizations they work for to reach a new status.
Minister of Youth Ulemu Nsungama said civil society leaders have an important role to play in helping government in national building.
It's supposed to work hand in hand with the government. So not what we've been seeing most of the times, where civil society think that they are always at par with the government, fighting government. It's not supposed to work like that. If there are issues, there are also ways of how to deal with those issues.
During the graduation, Chikwawa North lawmaker Owen Chomanika made a presentation on how the youth could effectively participate in civil society work.
Matthews Kasanda has more in this report.
The demonstrations that attracted a sizable crowd were an expression of worry over what the demonstrators described as continued prosecution of opposition members and failure by the government to fulfill campaign promises. Joint Civil Society Platform on Good Governance spokesperson Philip Kamangira said the government is failing to end corruption as evidenced by the alleged abuse of part of the 6.2 billion kwacha COVID funds, and further decried what organizations call as high costs of living. The organizations have given the government 7 days to act on their demands.
And this should be considered to be a serious demand from us, because we know who did what. And if this is not going to happen, definitely we'll start now shaming and naming the names up until government acts on that.
Minister of Information Gospel Kazako has, however, challenged the organizations to come out with the names and give out what he calls abundant evidence to prove their allegations. On political prosecutions, Kazako said those who have been jailed were jailed for breaking the law.
Our enemy, we have an enemy in poverty, we have an enemy in disease, we have an enemy in illiteracy, we have so many enemies. Let us make sure that we rise up against those enemies, as opposed to just getting a certain buoyant and kind of that going to the streets when there are issues that we can actually discuss and be able to sort them out.
The demonstrators marched for about 3 hours from Longa Community Ground, passing Kamuzu Central Hospital roundabout to the city's civic offices.
Vice President Saulos Chilima has called on supporters of Tonse Alliance to observe peace and unity for the sake of development. Chilima made the call on Tuesday in Incheu when he presided over the official handover of Onsipe Police Unit from the People's Republic of China, Wezi Gausi reports.
Chirima said the Tosa unity should cascade down the ranks and not just between the President Lazarus Chakwera and his vice. He said disagreements will only delay the country's development and people's focus should be on development and not bringing confusion to the nation. He asked the community to take responsibility of the new police unit.
And therefore we commend everyone for their support to facilitate. And we hope that it goes a long way in addressing the security concerns. Surely it is not our interest that people should now start committing crime, but to the extent possible, they should come to the police for different forms of assistance.
Deputy Inspector General of Police responsible for administration, Mary Nyolam, expressed gratitude to the Republic of China for the donation.
You have already heard in most cases, police offices have been developed from already existing structures which were not user-friendly and they weren't built to our liking.
Chinese ambassador to Malawi, Liu Hongyang, says his government values security for every nation for safety and investment. He says police is the most trusted institution in any country. Msipe Police Unit, which is located in the area of Traditional Authority Makwangwala, will be serving 80,000 people from 3 traditional areas of Kwataine, Makwangwala and Champiti.
This is the news on Times Television. TTV will be back with more news after this break.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal.
If there's one thing that all soaps do, it's wash. From buckets to basins, bathrooms to streams, and everything in between.
All soaps wash.
Yes, but Protex is different. Its reinvented formula with flaxseed oil boosts your skin's natural anti-germ defenses by 10 times more, protecting you against 99.9% of germs. So what keeps us healthy?
Protex!
Good health starts here.
Tipolole kungonjezera mayunitsi a TNM kuyambira 200 kwacha kapena kuposera pamenepo mutha kukhala mmodzi mwa mamilioneya mu TNM Tipolole promotion. Koma mukaonjezera mayunitsi ndi 100 kwacha kapena kuposerapo mudzilandira mabonus oyimbira foni, SMS kapena data pompo.
TNM, always with you.
Welcome back. Malawi is expected to take part in this year's United Nations Food Systems Summit, expected to take place in New York, the United States in September. Agriculture Minister Robin Lowe has said. The summit aims at improving food production and the food chain system. Blessings in Pinganjira reports.
Lowe, who is also the national convener of the initiative, said Malawi is expected to benefit from the summit in the areas of food production, easy access to agriculture markets, and adopt new agriculture technologies. He said his ministry is giving a chance to Malawians to participate and contribute to the dialogue that will take place in 3 major cities of the country.
Just wanted to make this awareness to the nation that we will start a national one tomorrow in preparation for the main one. But apart from this one, we have also organized the regional for meetings, dialogues, and even going down to the districts to make sure that nobody is left behind.
He added the initiative will give an opportunity to the public to unearth specific food systems, issues that will be considered in the implementation of the Malawi 2063.
Now, in a bid to create more job opportunities in rural areas, Technical, Entrepreneurial and Vocational Education and Training Authority, TVETA, says it will train at least 162 master craft persons across the country. The trainees will be equipped with skills in tailoring and fashion designing and electrical installation, a training that will take them 3 weeks. We have more details in this report read by Patience Lunda.
The mastercraft persons have been drawn from community skills development centers across the country. TVETA Executive Director Wilson Makulumizankhoma said the training is aimed at linking the informal training with the formal training, as most mastercraft persons do not have formal qualification. Nkhoma further said
at Nanchedwa Plantation on the Mulanje Mountain, speaking on the sidelines of a visit by reporters at the plantation, the company's spokesperson, Daliso Jimwala, said their operations continue being affected by theft of trees and encroachment by surrounding communities.
Now that people have come in and harvested in large quantities as they have done, it means that we will not have any raw materials for our factory. And in the end, if we don't have raw materials, it means that factory will not be functional. It will have to be closed. And it will affect workers. People will lose their jobs.
The company employs about 500 workers. Secretary for Muloza Forest Cooperative Society Limited, Amson Munguluma, a grouping of locals which also has a concession to manage the trees on the mountain, put the blame on the company for not providing enough security at the plantation.
You have seen illegal loggers running away. If there was proper security, they could have dealt with them.
But Jimwala said they had enough security personnel but were chased by the villagers.
Well, that's all we had for you in the news this evening, but before we go, the headlines again. New Anti-Corruption Bureau Director General Martha Chizuma outlines her strategy at the graft-busting body. Leader of Opposition Kondwani Nankhumwa says the President's SONA has failed to link his 5-year plan to his campaign promises. And President Lazarus Chakwera challenges university graduates to actively contribute to efforts towards achieving the Malawi 2063 agenda. You've been with me, Eric Nsigiti, but remember you can get more of these and other stories by visiting our website www.times.mw, liking our Facebook page Times360 Malawi, and following us on Twitter at Times360 Malawi. Remember to wash your hands regularly, observe social and physical distance, and mask up. Please stay safe.
Define your surroundings with the color of your choice. Make it warm, creative, friendly, and vibrant. Coat textures, durable color options, with up to 1,200 color shades to choose from. Be it economy range or premium range paints, innovative paint and color technology in every drop. Available in Blantyre, Build Africa, and Limby Corner Mart Building, and in Lilongwe along M12 Road close to Gateway Mall. Tropical paints, your world in color.
Every single day, life gives us a chance to make smart choices. A choice of having smooth, glowing skin, to feel comfortable, no grease, to stay hygiene and safe from COVID-19.